Hello and welcome, amazing pioneers and loyal viewers of Pi Mining TV. Today, we are diving into one of the most important discussions happening in the crypto world right now. Why many people believe that Pi network could become one of the safest cryptocurrencies for government and institutional adoption in the future. Across the global financial industry, governments, banks, institutions, technology companies, and regulators are all searching for digital currencies that can balance innovation, security, fairness, and mass adoption. While thousands of cryptocurrencies already exist, many still struggle with serious problems such as fake accounts, bot activity, whale manipulation, market instability, anonymous abuse, and unfair distribution systems. This is where Pi Network enters the conversation with a very different approach. The core idea behind Pi Network is simple, but extremely powerful: one person, one account. This principle may sound easy to understand, but its impact could completely transform the future of digital finance. Unlike many traditional cryptocurrencies where a single person can create hundreds or thousands of wallets, Pi Network introduced a human verification ecosystem designed to ensure that real individuals participate in the network. Through KYC verification and identity confirmation systems, Pi Network aims to create a blockchain economy built by real people instead of automated bots or anonymous whales. For governments and institutions, this idea matters a lot. One of the biggest concerns regulators have about cryptocurrencies is the inability to identify who is participating in the ecosystem. Many governments worry about fraud, fake users, money laundering, scams, illegal activity, and market manipulation. In traditional crypto ecosystems, a small number of whales can control huge percentages of supply, making markets unstable and vulnerable to manipulation. Pi Network attempts to solve these concerns through community verification and human-centered mining. Instead of expensive mining machines controlled by wealthy corporations, Pi Network allows ordinary people to mine using mobile phones. This approach lowers the barrier to entry and creates broader global participation. Millions of users from different countries can join without needing costly hardware or advanced technical knowledge. This creates a more decentralized human network. In many older cryptocurrency systems, mining power became concentrated in the hands of a few companies with massive data centers. Over time, this reduced decentralization because only wealthy miners could compete effectively. Pi Network tried to avoid this issue by focusing on social trust graphs and identity verification instead of energy-intensive mining.
Another major advantage often discussed by supporters is the reduced presence of bots. Bot activity has damaged many crypto projects over the years. Automated accounts can manipulate prices, create fake demand, spread misinformation, and exploit reward systems unfairly. Pi Network's verification structure attempts to reduce these problems by ensuring that accounts belong to real individuals. This is important because institutions want trust and predictability. Large organizations do not want to invest in systems dominated by fake users or uncontrolled manipulation. Banks, governments, and multinational companies require transparency, accountability, and security before adopting any digital asset infrastructure. The image many pioneers are sharing online reflects exactly this comparison. It shows Pi Network being presented as a cleaner and more secure ecosystem compared to other cryptocurrencies that face problems such as bot activity, high whale concentration, manipulation risks, fake accounts. Whether every claim is fully accurate or not, the message behind the image is clear. Pi supporters believe the project is building a crypto ecosystem designed for real-world adoption rather than speculation alone. Another factor that attracts attention is Pi Network's focus on utility. The Pi core team has repeatedly emphasized that the long-term success of Pi depends on ecosystem utility, real applications, peer-to-peer commerce, and community participation. Instead of focusing only on exchange trading, Pi Network encourages developers to build applications that people can actually use in daily life. This is a critical point for institutional interest. Governments are more likely to support blockchain systems that provide practical value such as digital commerce, payment systems, identity systems, education platforms, business applications, financial inclusion, community marketplaces. A cryptocurrency that only exists for speculation becomes difficult for regulators to trust. But a blockchain ecosystem with real utility may appear more sustainable and economically useful. Financial inclusion is another powerful argument supporting Pi Network's vision. Millions of people around the world remain excluded from traditional banking systems. In some regions, opening a bank account is difficult, expensive, or impossible. Pi Network's mobile-first model allows people with smartphones to participate in a digital economy regardless of their economic background. This accessibility is especially important in developing countries. Many supporters believe Pi Network could help create opportunities for individuals who were previously excluded from global financial systems. Students, small business owners, rural communities, and unemployed youth can all participate in the ecosystem without needing expensive equipment. That global inclusiveness is one reason why Pi Network grew so rapidly. Another important topic is environmental sustainability. Traditional cryptocurrency mining systems like Bitcoin require enormous amounts of electricity. Governments increasingly worry about the environmental impact of energy-intensive blockchain networks. Pi Network's mobile mining model consumes far less energy because it does not rely on heavy computational mining. This environmentally friendly approach could become more attractive in the future as governments push for greener technologies and sustainable digital infrastructure. Institutional adoption also depends heavily on regulatory compatibility. Pi Network's emphasis on KYC verification could potentially make it easier for regulators to understand and monitor activity compared to fully anonymous systems. While some crypto enthusiasts prefer complete anonymity, institutions often require compliance mechanisms before supporting blockchain technology. This creates an interesting balance between decentralization and regulation. Pi Network supporters argue that the project is attempting to create a middle path. Decentralized participation, human verification, regulatory compatibility, global accessibility, mobile-first simplicity. If successful, this balance could help Pi Network stand out from many other crypto projects. However, it is also important to remain realistic and balanced. Pi Network is still developing. Open mainnet expansion, ecosystem growth, merchant adoption, application development, and global utility are all ongoing processes. Like every major crypto project, Pi Network still faces challenges and uncertainties. Critics continue to ask important questions such as: how will Pi achieve stable value? How will large-scale adoption occur? Can utility grow fast enough? Will governments fully accept it? Can the ecosystem support millions of transactions? How decentralized will governance become in the future? These are fair questions that the project will need to answer over time. The crypto industry itself remains highly unpredictable. Many projects rise quickly and disappear. Others evolve slowly but eventually succeed. Real adoption usually takes years, not months. Therefore, supporters should continue learning, researching, and participating responsibly. One thing that makes Pi Network unique is its strong community culture. Unlike many crypto communities driven only by price speculation, Pi users often focus on long-term vision, education, ecosystem development, and collective participation. Social media platforms are filled with pioneers discussing future utility, local commerce, application development, and global adoption strategies. This community energy is one of the biggest reasons Pi continues attracting worldwide attention. Developers are also beginning to explore new opportunities inside the Pi ecosystem. As more applications, tools, and services appear, the network may continue evolving into a broader digital economy. Artificial intelligence integration, decentralized apps, e-commerce systems, educational platforms, and local business marketplaces are all areas that could contribute to future growth. Some supporters even believe Pi Network could eventually become useful for international remittances, online business payments, community trading, educational rewards, freelance work, local commerce, digital identity systems. Of course, these possibilities depend on future development and adoption. Governments themselves are also evolving in their understanding of blockchain technology. A few years ago, many governments viewed cryptocurrency primarily as a threat. Today, some governments are exploring digital currencies, blockchain infrastructure, tokenized systems, and digital financial innovation. Central banks around the world are researching CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. This demonstrates that digital finance is becoming an unavoidable part of the future global economy. In this environment, projects that prioritize security, identity verification, compliance potential, and mass accessibility may receive more attention from institutions. That is why many pioneers believe Pi networks, one person, one account, philosophy could become a major advantage in the long run. The idea is not just about mining coins. It is about creating a verified human network. A network where real individuals participate fairly. A network designed to reduce fake activity. A network aiming for inclusive global participation. A network trying to balance decentralization with accountability. Whether Pi Network ultimately achieves all its ambitions remains uncertain. But its approach is undeniably different from many traditional cryptocurrency projects. And sometimes, innovation begins with a simple idea. One person, one account, one global community. As the crypto world continues evolving, millions of pioneers remain hopeful that Pi Network can become a bridge between blockchain technology and real-world adoption. For now, the journey continues. Pioneers continue mining. Developers continue building. Communities continue growing. And the world continues watching. Thank you so much, Pi Mining TV family, for following today's discussion. If you believe in the future of blockchain innovation, financial inclusion, and community-driven technology, continue supporting education, responsible participation, and positive ecosystem growth. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Pi Network updates, crypto discussions, and global pioneer news. Stay strong, stay united, and keep mining, pioneers.